Right, so we are in the fourth week for our preparation towards the ICAG 2020 examination, and I just want to share with you a couple of few things that I've observed that I think that you must take into consideration as an individual preparing for the exam. Now, most importantly, I want to ask if or whether you've really started studying for the exams. It's the fourth week, and I don't know, but have you started anything yet? Because one thing you must understand is this: if you want to achieve something that you've never achieved, you've got to be ready to do something that you've never done. Let me take that again. If you want to achieve something you've never achieved, you've got to be ready to do something that you have never done. There are some of you who are planning that you're going to write the ICAG 2020 examination, but you haven't made any efforts yet to start studying. Or even if you have, it's relaxation mood. Even if you have, it's just not in yet. Listen to me carefully. If you're going to position yourself, if you're going to go into that exam hall and you're going to pass the exams, if really you're going to sit for the May 2020 examination, you've got to rise up and start being serious. There are many of you who are postponing, who are carrying forward the lectures, the lessons. You know, you're telling yourself that, oh, I'm going to make it, Charlie, I'm going to make it next week, I'm going to make it, and you keep procrastinating, you keep postponing, you keep pushing it forward, you keep carrying it forward, but what you're doing is rather setting yourself up for failure. Because sometimes we are confident in ourselves that we're going to make it happen. We are confident in ourselves that we are positioned for the exams. We are confident in ourselves that do and die, we're going to make it happen. But inwardly, we know right in our core being that we didn't learn, we didn't prepare for the exams. It's the fourth week in the ICAG 2020 examination. The fourth week. What has been your preparation so far? What have you covered so far? What have you studied so far? Because it's a daily dose. Okay, it's a daily dose. A bodybuilder doesn't just get up and say, oh, you want to build a body like John Cena or Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, or Jason Statham, or whoever you want to be. You've got to do it over a long period of time. Somebody that doesn't just get up and 1 week, go to the gym 1 week and become masculine. Go to the gym 1 week and begin to lift 100 pounds of weight. It doesn't happen like that. It is a gradual process. It is what you go through over a long period of time that position you in order for you to pass the exams. And the way the muscle is, that is the same way our brain also works. The brain is a muscle. And as a muscle, you develop that muscle to maturity over a long period of time. So if you wait and wait and wait and say, 1 week to the exams, I'm going to cramp everything, I'm going to do everything, and I'm going to pass the exams, your brain doesn't work that way. You cannot be vivacious and go into the exam hall and expect to pass the exams. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You've got to go through the process. You've got to go through the stages. You've got to go through the work. You've got to go through the pressure. You've got to go through the daily habits. You have to position yourself. It's a daily dose. So in case you've not still started being serious about studies, whether you are attending lectures or you're not attending lectures, even if you're not attending lectures, that is hazardous. You are like 65% already on the road to distraction, literally, because it's critical for you to attend lectures, and that helps you to make the job easier on yourself. That helps you to provide you with a framework. That helps you to provide you with a roadmap that you are going to be working on to be able to pass the examination. Now I know you are there, someone will be saying that, oh, I know a friend who studied on his own, no, he passed the exams. Charlie, so he has told me that I should do the same thing. Only one thing you've got to do is to study. No matter how busy you are, arrange some time. You see, sometimes you give yourself a lot of excuses that doesn't add up. Somebody say, oh, Nhyira my wife, oh, Nhyira my husband, oh, Nhyira my children, oh, Nhyira my this, oh, Nhyira my job, oh, Nhyira my that. I want you to sit down closely. Sit down, relax. I want you to look closely and make an audit. Okay, make an audit from Monday to Sunday. Just make an audit, a very thorough audit of how you spend each day. I want you to be conscious of yourself, because you see, one thing that separates the rich from the poor is planning. One thing that separates the successful from the unsuccessful is planning, meticulous planning. Sit down, make an audit from Monday to Sunday. Journal the things you do, the time you spend, and you will realize that you spend your time doing a lot of things that don't add value to your life. Just look at it. Look at your life very well. If you really want to position yourself, you really want to become successful, you really want to stand out, you really want to become the person you want to become, you really want to achieve your dreams as soon as possible and not go through a lot of stress, then you've got to sit down and examine your dates. There are some of you spend time watching movies you're not supposed to watch. You spend time on social media commenting on things you're not supposed to comment on. You spend time doing things that you're not supposed to do whilst your books are lying down there. When we ask, you would say, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. I mean, who told you that? Sometimes when I hear people making such a statement, I'm like, oh, you serious? I mean, you serious? How much money you got? How much money do you have? How much success have you attained? The Elon Musks, the Warren Buffetts, the Jeff Bezos, okay, the Donald Trumps, okay, they are still hustling. They are still working day in and day out. They don't have anything like all work and no play, make Jack a dull boy in their dictionary. But here you are, struggling to make things happening, struggling to make your life become better, but you are frivolously spending your time on things that you're not supposed to spend your time on. I'm not here to advise you. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. I'm just here to let you know that the reason why you are where you are and you're not moving forward, and the reason why it's taking you long than you were supposed to have taken to take your life to the next level and achieve your goals and become independent independent for yourself is because of your attitude. Simple. You've got to change your attitude. I want you to approach 2020 differently. I want you to see 2020 from another angle. I wanted to see 2020 from another perspective. You cannot be the same way you were, act the same way you were acting in 2019 and expect extraordinary things to happen in 2020. You cannot. It's not possible. Because when you do that, you are just setting yourself up to repeat history. And that is not good. That is not good. So I don't know what your excuses are. I don't know what is holding you back. But there is one thing that I know. If you can sit down and make an audit of how you spend your 24 hours, you will identify that there are a lot of things you could block out. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, Nhyira, my friends, they will say this thing. My family, they will say this thing. Do you understand price? You've got to pay a price. You cannot just start and have everything, Darby. You've got to give up something so that when you get to the top there, you get whatever you want to get, you achieve whatever you want to achieve. It can allow you the luxury to do whatever you want to do. There are a lot of you, you hate your jobs. There are a lot of you, you curse your bosses. There are a lot of you, when you get up in the morning and you wish you would not go to work, but you still have to go to that work because that is the only work that can pay for your extraordinary, extravagant, unnecessary life. Unnecessary lifestyle. You hate the job, but you like fancy things. You can buy new dresses, you can buy new clothes, you can buy new shoes, you can buy new phones, you can buy new this, you can buy new that. So even though you don't like the job, you're still going to go there so that you keep your status and be respected. But inside you, you are dying. Inside, you are dying. You are dying of depression. You are dying of confusion. You are dying of your heart desire. You wish you could end this, but the only way for you to end, some of you, is to take your life academically to another level. That is why you've got to pass your exams. Simple. When you pass your exam, move to the next level, pass your exam, become a chartered accountant, you can then take your life to the next level. There are some of you jealous your bosses. You're like, she doesn't do anything, he doesn't do anything, we do all the jobs. Okay, you two become a boss. She didn't joke, she's a boss. He didn't joke, he's a boss. You joking, that's why you're not a boss. You joking, that's why you're not a boss. So you want to be a boss, then you have to do things that bosses do. You want to be a boss, do things that bosses do. Bosses work hard. Bosses hustle. Bosses don't have day off. Bosses don't have holiday. Bosses don't have statements like all work and no play make Jack a dull boy, because they've got to be thinking about the company. They've got to be thinking about competitors. They've got to be thinking about the employees. They've got to be thinking about the products. They've got to be thinking about the bottom line of the business, revenue, loans, interest. They've got to be thinking about a lot of things. How the hell do you go and do something else? So that is what you've got to understand. If you want to pass your exams in May 2020, I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to let you know that if you can change your attitude, you can change your life. But if you are not ready to change your attitude, then your life will continue to stink. And that is a hard truth for you to understand. But I want you to think about it closely. Make an audit of your life and find out what is it you must do to take your life to the next level. I'll see you in another vlog as we continue. Remember, subscribe to the channel and share the channel with others so we can together help as much students as possible. Thank you.